let's sit down.
For the prelude?
Check, check, check. Check, check.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, no microphone.
Check.
Hello.
Check, check.
Hello.
Check, check. Check, check.
Hello, check, check, check.
Hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
Susie. No, that's mine.
Hello.
That's mine.
Yeah, hello, hello. It's getting a little something, a little
Can you
tiny
talk
bits coming
into
through.
your mic?
Yes.
It's on. You're on.
Okay, all right.
Here we go.
Dream, 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 dream. When I want you in my arms, when I want you, and all your charms. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. When I feel blue in the night, and I need you to hold me tight. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream.
That would require me seeing. Yes. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you to our small choir. I was going to say quartet. You weren't a quartet. Oh, yeah, you were singing too, right? Yeah, it was a quartet. That was beautiful. Thank you this morning. That was beautiful. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is nice to have you here, those of you who are in the room and those of you who are watching from wherever you are watching from, which makes me want to pause and give a special thanks to our AV team over here in the corner that makes it possible for Jubilee to happen both near and far. And whether you are far-sighted or nearsighted, we're glad you're here as we continue down the path of releasing this morning by releasing vision. Are we letting go of a vision we've had? or releasing a vision into the world to be made manifest? Or maybe both. Have you ever had that experience of needing to let go of your vision of how something is supposed to go? And when you finally do, or when it gets pulled from your death grip, a new vision rises with almost no effort on your part. Maybe it was a vision for your career and how it was supposed to unfold, or for your relationship and what it was supposed to look like. And when you let go of what you were sure it was supposed to be, a new vision can emerge. Speaking of needing a new vision, man gets an eye exam, after which the doctor has a concerned look on her face. "What's wrong?" asks the patient. "Well, your test results don't look too good," the doctor says. "Can I see them?" says the patient. "Probably not." Took a second. All right, wake up, everybody. Woo! Okay, here's another one. Another patient gets their eyes checked after cataract surgery. "How does it look, doc? Am I able to play the piano?" And the doc says, "It all looks fine with the right glasses. It should be no problem." The patient said, "That's amazing. I've never played the piano before." Change your vision, and there's no telling what you can do. How is your vision this morning? Let's ponder all these possibilities as we sing in the new day.
Swing wide the door, the time is right. Swing wide the door to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for, and what this heart is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors when the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Spring wide the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Thank you. Good morning, Jubilee. Well, with that lead in, I'm tempted to tell a joke or two myself, and I'm going to release that vision. And thank you for that opportunity for that release in this time whenever a lot of people believe in this time of this energetic season where that thin veil between life and death, of whatever we call that journey in this life, that we're able to maybe release some of the apprehension or anxieties that we feel in this life as we can see on the other side of that thin veil and see the promise that's there and see how our ancestors have lived their vision and continue to carry the fire of that vision for us as we peep into that other side of the realm of spirituality and releasing those things that we feel that we may know about life. So with that energy and those thoughts, please, if we can, let's face to the east. Oh, spirits of the east, We thank you for this moment in life and this opportunity to stand before you in light. We thank you for the light that you shine into the thin veil of life and the thin veil of death as we know it. We thank you for the warmth as you give us the willingness and the desire to move forward into the future. We thank you, people of the Sun Nation, for all that you do for us, to nurture our growth, our understanding, and our acceptance of all that is given to us. In a good way, we honor you, I hope. And face to the south, please. Aho, spirits of the south, we thank you. We thank you, cloud people, for coming. We thank you, little people, for all the impossible colors that you have painted the leaves upon the mountains. We thank you for reminding us of your presence, even though we may not know exactly what lies on the other side. Thank you for your comforting presence and your beauty. Thank you, cloud people and rain people, for coming and nurturing the soil and the earth, helping us to continue to grow in this time. We honor you and we thank you in a good way, I hope. Face to the west, please. Oh, ancestors of the West, see us as this community of Jubilee as we stand before you, as we peer through that thin veil of life. We ask you to continue to welcome us and to join us, to continue to tell your stories, to remind us of your laughter and your tears. Remind us of your visions and your prayers for us, so that we can carry our own visions and our wishes for our children and the next generations to come. Thank you for your love and your support and your continued presence in our life. In a good way, we honor you, I hope. Face to the north, please. Oh, ancestors of the north, to all the beings of the Wind Nation, we thank you. We thank you for the stories that we see in nature as we see the leaves blow, as they lie across the earth. Have the colors tell us of the path of the life that has come and the journey we're about to take. Thank you, Wind Nation, for taking us with you and lifting us up with love and taking us to places that only that the wind and love know to go. We honor you for this journey and know that we honor and welcome your continued presence in our life. Thank you for each and every breath that we share in a good way. Face the center, please. Thank you. Thank you for the great mystery. Thank you for the coming darkness. Thank you for all the support of all the life and elements that we know, for all of those that are there that we may not know of, but live inside of us. In a good way, we thank you and honor you. I hope.
As we join in singing this next song, there are baskets on our altar, and you are welcome to fill them to feed the hungry. All of the money collected during this song goes to help our neighbors.
Be thou my vision, O love of my heart, not be all else to me, save that thou art. Thou art Lord, my day or my night, waking or sleeping.
I wanted to talk about the matching funds and share some excellent news with you. We started out with a $6,800 match, but through your generosity, it ended up being $9,338. So that's the money that you all donated. And then there were some generous jubilants who upped that $6,800 to a matching $9,338. So the end amount was $18,670. So we thank everyone for this amazing fundraising effort. Okay, so after today's Sunday celebration, representatives from the Community Foundation of Western North Carolina are going to be with us to explain their services and how they're going to assist us in managing the funds from the sale of our building. There'll be about a 15-minute break, and you can get coffee and tea and some light bites and then come back in here, and they'll make their presentation, and there'll be time for Q&A. For those of you online that are joining us virtually, the presentation is going to be streamed on YouTube, so it'll be a separate stream about 15 minutes with a 15-minute break, and it'll be recorded to watch later. On Monday, November 28th at 7 p.m., astronomer Stephen Martin will do a Zoom presentation of the amazing images captured by the James Webb Space Telescope while reflecting on the creation of spirituality principles of the sacred cosmos and our place in it. So please register in advance to get the link to the Zoom presentation. And of course, everything is always on the website, and that red arrow points to the section of the homepage where these links are. I know a lot of you have already voted, and probably in the hallway you've seen that Ron Katz has provided us with information on all the candidates, nonpartisan voting guides. He also has a comprehensive online guide to early voting, absentee voting, candidates, and more. And so be sure to check those out too. And thank you to everyone that's already voted. I did, so, it's cool. There are still a few opportunities to share gifts during upcoming Via Positiva Sunday celebrations, so take a look at the seeds of celebration and contact Laura Collins if you're inspired to share a gift. And speaking of Laura Collins, she has a little announcement now.
Not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday will be the first of 4 classes I'm going to teach, one a month, first Tuesday of the month through February, about praying through the vias. So we talk every Sunday about what via we're on, and this is part of creation spirituality's understanding of how the year flows and how we pay attention to nature and notice what happens in nature and notice that our own spirits can follow similar ebbs and flows of nature. So what we're going to be exploring is different ways of praying, and we're going to be experiential. I'm not just going to be talking about praying. We're going to be praying together that might fit with the different vias. So different types of prayer might have more of a particular via's vibe to it. So that's what we're going to be doing starting on Election Day. And so vote early so that you can come that afternoon, 3 o'clock, right here in person for the praying through the Via Positiva will be the first one.
And one teeny final addition, if you don't get our newsletter, there is a sign-up list on the table to sign up. If you've signed up and for some reason you're not getting the newsletter, email me, michelle@jubileecommunity.org, and I'll make sure you get it. And if you haven't joined the community directory, please do that. There's also a link to that on the website. Thank you. That's it for Jubilee in Action.
Good morning, Jubilee. So today the singers have a really cool song by Ysaye Barnwell that some of you may know. It's called We Are. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings.
We are our grandmother's
keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the spirit of God. We are waters of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and sons of great visions. We are fathers of mercy and mothers of love. We are lovers of life and builders of nations. We're singers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the spirit of God. Morning star that's born, the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you. This is Terry's last. This is. Try again. This. Ooh. How about I go? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Terry. And thank you, singers. This is Terry's last Sunday with us. Terry started right before COVID and pivoted with us through COVID to do some incredibly creative ways of having the singers sing together over Zoom. And I know she doesn't want us to say a whole lot this morning. But we say thank you. With each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are the breath of our ancestors. Breathe. We are the breath of our ancestors. Have you ever paused to think that not only did the right sperm have to find the right ovum at just the right moment for you to be born, but for each of your parents to be born, and each of your grandparents to be born, and each of your great-grandparents to be born, all the way back. The fact that you are here as you is astounding and such a blessing. You are your grandmother's dreaming, your grandfather's prayers. Take a deep breath. As we ring and sing our bowls this morning, there is communion at the wall. There are candles to be lit. You can put prayers on the prayer wall for our prayer team. There are many ways of praying. If you'd like to ring or sing a bowl with me, I'm going to try this one. This isn't the one I usually use, but it'll be fine, I'm sure. So as we enter into this time of quiet prayer, I invite you to breathe deeply and to relax into this astounding truth that you are here. That you are here. In this season of Samhain, on the eve of All Hallows Eve, in this time of honoring the dead, we say thank you to the ancestors that brought us to this day, this moment, this place, this time, this perfect unfolding. And in this time of liminality, this thin time, we asked for the gift of vision. The gift of vision from our ancestors who created us. The gift of vision to those who'll come after us. The gift of vision of this earth that perfectly provides our home if only we care for her. If we had the gift of vision, we would see that the light of God is in all things, in all people, in all creation, shining, shimmering, blessing, loving. Grant us this day the holy gift of seeing. Grant us the grace of vision. Oh, yeah. We'll sing and then we'll pass the peace.
I release
And I let
go.
I let
My
the
spirit from my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm holding you for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm holding you for love.
Share love. Hi.
All right, everybody, sing along. You know it.
I release and I let go. I let the spirit from my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm holding you for love. No more sorrow, no more strife. My faith, I see the light.
Good morning, Jubilee. Several weeks ago, you conveyed the mystery and the reality of the Via Negativa when you responded to two questions that the Transformation Circle asked you. One was, what do you love about Jubilee? And the other was, what moved you at Jubilee that day? Now we present you with this gift as a reflection back of your own responses to those questions. The World Beat Band is gonna help us with this. We're gonna be singing a little song, and then we're gonna also read back what we found in the 58 different responses we got that day.
Kind friends all gathered round. There's something I would say. What brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made a circle that holds us all inside. Strangers are as family, and loneliness can't hide.
Jubilance, in your words, you love the music and the music makers, Paula, and the World Beat Band. Jubilance love Laura and are moved by the messages that she brings. Jubilants appreciate the spiritual nature of the celebrations and the ritual at Jubilee. Jubilants noted the sharing with friends, as well as the general feel of acceptance, openness, inclusion, and love among those in the circle.
You must give yourself to love. You can sing along. If love is what you're after, open up your heart to love. Tears of laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love.
As jubilants, we feel joy and hope. As jubilants, we feel joy and hope in our Sunday celebrations, and coming from laughter and dance and the general creativity that is involved in our celebrations. As jubilants, we feel a sense of hospitality, nurture, care, and we appreciate the ability to change. We appreciate the ability to change, and to change the words that we use toward ourselves and toward others.
Love is born in fire. It's planted like a seed. Love can't give you everything, but it gives you what you need. Love comes when you're ready. Love comes when you're afraid. It will be your greatest teacher, the best friend you have made.
Jubilants enjoy the casual and comforting environment laid out in a circle, a place to experience hugs and to express ourselves. Jubilants appreciate Yona and creation spirituality, with its focus on the living earth and the four vias.
Walk these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind. I've been up before the sunrise just to watch the day begin. I've always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. Like sunshine on a cloudy day, you stand before me now.
Jubilants feel the value of social justice as supported by our outreach program, and feel it is an expression of our faith to be compassionate and caring. Jubilants feel challenged to respect our future, to be persistent at this time. Jubilants are grateful for the ministers and the staff. Jubilants sense the energy, the magic, the surprise, the learning, the growing as we continue together. Sing along with us.
So give yourself to love. If love is what you're after, open up your hearts to the tears and laughter. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Let's sing it again, everyone. So give yourself. You want to stand up, stand up. If love is what you're after, open up your hearts to love.
may be seated. Thank you, Chaz. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you for the team that put that together. I invite you to hear these ancient words. Now the boy Samuel was ministering to the beloved under Eli. The word of the beloved was rare in those days. Visions were not widespread. At that time, Eli, whose eyesight had begun to grow dim, at that time, Eli, whose eyesight had begun to grow dim so that he could not see, was laying down in his room. The lamp of God had not yet gone out, and Samuel was lying down in the temple of the beloved, where the ark of God was. Then the beloved called, Samuel, Samuel. And he said, Here I am. And he ran to Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. But he said, I did not call. Lie down again. So he went and lay down. And the beloved called again, Samuel. Samuel got up and went to Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. But he said, I did not call, my son. Lay down again. Now Samuel did not yet know the beloved, and the word of the beloved had not yet been revealed to him. And the beloved called Samuel again, a third time. And he got up and went to Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. And Eli perceived that the beloved was calling the boy. Therefore Eli said to Samuel, Go and lie down, and if he calls you, you shall say, Speak, beloved, for your servant is listening. So Samuel went and lay down in his place. Now the beloved came and stood there, calling as before, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel said, Speak, for your servant is listening. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. This is ancient wisdom and holy word. Thanks be to all that is wise and holy. All creation is wisdom and holy word. All creation sings of wisdom in God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah indeed. Whew. Someone's vision was going there. So, caveat. End user license agreement. Click here if you agree. This meditation is going to be a little bit more like free-form jazz. And I know this room is kind of used to some free-form jazz, but we're talking really experimental jazz, okay? That's my excuse anyway. While I'm presently free and clear, not sacred wood, I recently experienced a hell of a bout of COVID. And I'm still experiencing brain fog. Now, I'm talking brain fog that's more like a polar bear in a snowstorm brain fog. To be honest, it's rather frustrating. But you are the folks that have stuck with Jubilee after all these years, and y'all know me that I'm a little tangential on a good day. So this is a good time to just sort of close your eyes and kick off your shoes unless your socks are problematic to your neighbor. You know, there's nothing like a little quarantine to make for weird sermons and weird ideas. And so far be it from me for have weird ideas. And I have warned folks about some of the weird ideas. So if you try asking Siri, as some of you probably have, who am I? It's going to come back with your name. I know because I've tried it. Siri, who am I? Your name is Jay. It's not like Googling yourself, but I've tried, I've got, obviously had a little bit of free time. But isn't name who you are? Are you defined by a word or by your genetic traits, the breath of your ancestors, your lineage, your nationality? What you believe or what you do, the widgets you produce? Who we are is more than a neat game to play with your phone. It's not what anyone was thinking when they jotted down Eli's story, "Speak, for your servant is listening." Now, I've gotten up here and I've entertained the whole who we are question before, courtesy of Alan Watts. But, fever thinking creates all sorts of quests. And one of my quests when I was all feverish was considering the self as an ecosystem. There's nothing like being an ecosystem that's contagious. You aren't just your body when you have COVID, because your body therefore infects other bodies. So one heck of an ecosystem it was. But it's an ecosystem that I knew would stabilize, but it can also stabilize in another way, if you know what I mean. Advantageously or disadvantageously, if you get my drift. Disadvantageously to this ego, but advantageously to that ecosystem out there. Ecosystems attain balance with the larger ecology, whether we like it or not. Now, much of this balancing happens far out of sight. Now, you and I might see a Bob Ross forest of happy little trees, but on a microscopic or cellular level, there's not happy happening. It's a scene teeming with information, regulating the system of speech, teeming with listening servants. The happy little trees are a costume for a system that is digesting death. And this is a good thing. It's a comforting approach for a soft, green, happy, lush forest. That lushness exists because of decay. Decay that was fleetingly transformed. I propose that a forest is a ritual of transformation that we stumble into. A swamp is a forest of transformation that we stumble into. Any ecology is a ritual that we have stumbled into. From the Tibetan Book of the Dead, do not cling to this life, even if you remain attached and clinging. You do not have the power to stay. You do not have the power to stay. Our unmet achievements, the visions that petered out and blurred, the novel that remains on the back of napkins, the proposal that never made it to the board, or the proposal that never made it to the lover. You do not have the power to stay. Living like a forest teaches surrender, and we have to practice surrender over and over again, because eventually there is one big surrender that we are training for, like it or not. In the meantime, we have this soil, this churning underbrush of holy rot, where the seeds and spores of new ideas energize digestion of the broken ideas. And we're continually refining our vision so that we can see the forest for the trees, for the fungus, for the shrews and the bats, the bears, how all of these life forms collaborate to form and then release from our vision. This is one way of looking at who we are. Ones who do not have the power to stay. And this is good. I've been a blue salmon. I have been a dog. a stag, a roebuck on the mountain, a stock, a spade, an axe in the hand, a stallion, a bull, a buck. I was reaped and placed in an oven. I fell to the ground when I was being roasted, and a hen swallowed me. For 9 nights I was in her crop. I have been dead, I have been alive. That was the Welsh bard Taliesin, writing 1,500 years ago, singing of this dance of incarnation. Not reincarnation, but incarnation. That becoming is just as well, and that there is enoughness in life that all these other forms, a stock, a spade, an axe in the hand, a stallion, a bull, a buck, all of these are equally valid. Each incarnation is purposeful. The tool, a tool and need, the flow in a matter of atoms, water, minerals, oxygen. This flow is ceaseless. The flow of spirit into the underworld in autumn and then breaking through the first frost of spring is ceaseless. The goddess going into the underworld and coming up into the spring is ceaseless. This is still who we are, no matter what social media says. Animism, the belief in a world that is alive, that is a system, is not separate from us. What Taliesin was singing about has been the predominant worldview. Just under 1% of Homo sapiens history has known religion. Just under 1% of our history has known religion. How is that working out? Think of this as a certain Tuesday draws near. How is all of this alleged system that we're participating in working out? Our role in subjugating life, I believe, is a temporary delusion which will eventually be corrected by the system that sprung it. Our Welsh bard sings 1,500 years ago what science is just getting at, that one organism exists through an endless recurrence of others. I have been dead, I have been alive. The ancient ones have been singing that the worlds of the living and the dead are no less a day than a walking realization. They sing of an invitation to ceremony we carry in our bones. I told you this was feverish. As I lay in that pale blue room for those especially long days, imagining how we all might be better off reshaping society into happy little trees, I thought so many times I heard someone calling my name. Or maybe it was that dang phantom vibration of the phone. Alas, I saw stars, and the room seemed to take on different shapes. It was, well, yeah, it's kind of trippy, not always in a good way. I had a few moments of trying to cling. The pain, the uncomfortability of it all was asking me to surrender. There's a Mr. Death here for you. He's here for something about the reaping. Some of you might remember that from Monty Python's Meaning of Life. It wasn't quite like that, though. It wasn't quite like the Monty Python skit, but my mind went to it. Yet the question of who I am was bound up in that moment of blech. But we are accumulations of matter that have a thrilling chance, jubilants, to cooperate with forces mostly unseen in creating and returning those creations back to the hot forge of eternity. We do not have the power to stay. Nothing does. We do not have the power to stay. Jumping Mouse was out on the plains. An eagle swooped down and took him up into the sky. And his friend Frog looked up to him and said, "Now you have a new name. Now you have a new name. Life and death are no different." So how much easier it is when we dream together, relieved of this pressure of permanence. I only have the power to dream, and that's good enough for this lifetime. That's who I am. Who are you?
Oh, tell me, who are you? Oh, I really want to know. Tell me, who are you? Come on, who? Ah, who are you?
Thank you, Jay, for being with us in spite of the last couple of weeks that you've been enduring. And thank you, band and friends, for joining in on that. As we come now to a time of offering, this is the bowls will be going around. So let's get those bowls going around. And this is the offering that we take up for our own community to keep the band here, keep the lights on, keep us all going.
Tell me, who are you?
So as you go out into your week, this week of All Hallows, this week of the Day of the Dead, this season of Samhain, I invite you to recognize all of the spirits that have brought you to this place, to this time, to this moment. The spirit of the living Holy One at the center of it all. So go out knowing that you are the breath of your ancestors, breathing it all out in good spirit as we stand and sing our way out into the week.
We are going, heaven knows where. and travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be abused. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them